Now, you gotta know, this is a concern for the Biden Camelama camp. It's Thursday, May 30th, 2024. I'm Stuart Allister. According to the Wall Street Journal, inside Donald Trump and Elon Musk's growing alliance. Now, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Elon Musk has been very vocal about the dismal policies of Joe Biden. And the biggest one has been his open border, because Elon Musk knows there's no way to sustain this. We can't go on indefinitely allowing millions upon millions to flood our country. Unabated, by the way. Just catch and release, catch and release. It's insane. Donald and Elon Musk and, of course, Donald Trump knows that. You see, the only reason that Democrats are allowing our open borders is because they know that this isn't a democracy, as much as they whine about that. They know that this is actually a republic. And they know that the more people they have on their side, when the census comes around, they know that they're going to get more congressional seats. See, for those of you who think that somehow, some way they have to, give them the voting rights, no, you don't. They don't need voting rights. Democrats just need warm bodies. And that's why they're getting them. All right, before we get into it, why don't you wreck that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and press that notification bell so you never miss an episode. I am elated about this. I love this. Donald Trump and Elon Musk have discussed a possible advisory role for the Tesla leader should the presumptive Republican nominee reclaim the White House. The latest sign that the once frosty relationship between the two men has thawed. The role hasn't been fully hammered out and might not happen, people familiar with the talks said, but the two men discuss ways to give Musk formal input and influence over policies related to border security and the economy, both issues of which Musk has grown more vocal. I don't know that if you guys haven't been following him, you haven't seen it, but he's made real harsh comments about the open border and how it is unsustainable and that this country can no longer go on like this. And when you start to think about 4 more years of this, it will no longer be America. It's fascinating. Musk, along with the billionaire investor Nelson Peltz, has also briefed Trump on a plan that they have developed to invest in a data-driven project to prevent voter fraud, according to some of the people. Peltz and Musk also told Trump of an influence campaign in elite circles that is already underway, in which Musk and his political allies host gatherings of powerful business leaders across the country to try to convince them not to support President Biden's re-election campaign. Now, for those of you who don't know who Nelson Peltz is, hold on a second. This was according to CNBC. Okay, whether you know this or not, Nelson Peltz sells entire Disney stake weeks after losing proxy battle. He was trying to get Disney back on track. And he is an activist, an investor activist. And he is just trying to get them out of this woke garbage and getting back to being a family-centric platform and movie maker. Well, all of the board members voted him down. They've lost $1 billion with their, girl boss nonsense and their woke garbage. But I digress. As recently as 2 years ago, Trump and Musk were publicly trading insults. But in recent months, the two men are developing a friendly rapport and talk on the phone several times a month as the election nears, the people familiar with their talks said. The pair have held discussions on immigration, technology, and science, including the U.S. Space Force. Their views and interests have grown more aligned, the people said, with Musk calling Trump directly on his cell phone. Trump has told Musk, one of the world's wealthiest people, he wants to find a way to get him more involved if he wins in November. This is a win, 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 win. Okay, it's interesting. Instead of just because most people, that have the money that Elon Musk has, they just figure they'll just throw money at a campaign and that'll be it. He doesn't want to do that. By the way, because he knows what that is. Okay. He doesn't want to be a pimp. He wants to have some sort of input with regard to technology, with regard to the border, with regard to the economy. I don't know how that would work. I don't know how it would work, but I know this. It wouldn't be a minus. It wouldn't be a bad thing to have some fresh eyes, some non-political eyes looking at technology and our border. Good God. Do you know what the number one issue right now is from voters? And which is amazing that Biden is trying to scare the living bejeebus out of black people. It's not going to work because the number one issue is immigration, illegal immigration. That's the number one issue right now, particularly in what we would call the black community. And so there's no way they're voting for Joe Biden. And I think they know that. Musk, who has a long history of flouting conventions in the business world, has signaled he isn't interested in simply writing a check to a super PAC, which can accept unlimited amounts of money from donors and is a popular way for a billionaire class to support candidates. Instead, he is elected to use his clout in elite business and technology circles to help defeat Biden by galvanizing and support of the influential allies, his influential allies, galvanizing the support of influential allies. You have to have known that. Remember Time magazine? They said it was a conspiracy, the shadow campaign that saved the 2020 election. You got to know that that's happening right now. You got to know that. You can't think that Democrats are sitting idly by, hoping against hope that Donald Trump would lose, particularly what's going on right now in the polls. The more they sequester him, the more they indict him, the more they put pressure on him, the more popular he becomes. And they all know it. They all know it. And right now we are 6 months out? 6 months out. And what they're going to try to do, my guess is, because I got to tell you, man, I just don't see him being acquitted. I don't see that. They will acquit him. And then, of course, the judge will, because I think the judge in that matter has the ability to, not the ability, but the authority to start doling out time and how he's going to serve time. And it may just be, he'll just lock him up. I mean, when I say lock him up, I mean lock him down in New York. Put an ankle bracelet around him and say, you can't go anywhere. You're stuck here. No more rallies. Anyone who doesn't think that this is absolutely orchestrated by the Biden administration. See, this is why all of these, disingenuous, flibbertigibbets that were whining about Donald Trump calls Zelensky because he's trying to get dirt on a political opponent. It's like, they don't give a crap about that. They care about the orange man getting more power. So this is, in my mind, this is a good development, man. This is a, for those of you who don't know, this is a good development that the two of these men, two powerful men who are pro-America, keep that in mind. And I know that Elon Musk has, business dealings in China, and I get that. Okay, I understand that. But you gotta see the benefit of having him as an ally, as he is the owner of probably one of the most political platforms on the planet right now, in X. That's where the narratives come from. That's why they were crying and slinging snot and doing everything in their power so we couldn't have it, because they knew what the worth of Twitter was. It was political clout. So I tell you guys, this is a very, very good, promising development. I don't know what's happening right now with the case. Hang on a second. Let me check this, guys, for you. Just let's see if they're actually still deliberating. Something tells me that they probably are, only because I don't think they're gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't. I have no idea. Hang on a second. Oh, verdict reached. According to Fox News, happening soon. Verdict in New York versus Trump trial. Read in court, jury reaches decision. Uh-oh. So there you go. So at the time that I'm recording this, this is 2:00 West Coast time. The verdict has been reached. All right, guys. Wow. Here we go. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll be doing probably, I may do this live, I'm not sure. Okay, if you're following me on the green platform, please press that follow button, and until the next time, God bless.